Alrighty, guys, gals, non-binary pals, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. As you can tell by these, I always point it the wrong way, these lovely people here, I am recording this live, so if you are ever bored and you want to come hang out and watch me stream, you can do that. I record these videos live most of the time, so if you want to do that, there will be a link in the description to Twitch, and you can join these lovely people that are not weird at all, I promise. Today we are going to be talking about a video that I was actually featured in that I didn't realize, and I think it's pretty cool. But it is from the channel Oompaville, or Caleb, and he does a lot of videos kind of talking about similar people that I talk about, Amberlynn Reid, Nicocado. That's kind of who the two people that this video is focused on. But just anyone that you've probably seen me talk about, he's also probably talked about, and his video is probably a lot funnier than mine because I think he's a very funny person. But this video that we are going to be talking about is right here. So the title of it is Evolution in Reverse, and basically he is kind of comparing Nikocado to Amberlynn Reid, and again, I have some things to say. I actually messaged him and said, hey, is it cool if I do a reaction to this video? And he said, yeah, it's totally fine. So he knows that I'm doing this, but without further ado, let's watch the video.
I read a lot of my comments, and over the last year, a lot of the comments that I've gotten have been in regard to a handsome little boy known as Nicocado Avocado, and by handsome...
That is the weirdest, like, that really looks, look at that. That's kind of creepy. Look at this guy. Absolute Chad right here.
Avocado, and by handsome little boy, I mean rotund person of size. In all of these circumstances in which he's mentioned in my content.
Also, yes, he has a mullet because he's very smart. So all smart guys have mullets. I don't know I don't know why people are like surprised by this.
Whatever it may be, there's always another person, someone who started it. Are you telling me that Nicocado Avocado is not original? That he's been ripping somebody off? That's bullshit! I think that the person we are going to be taking a look at in today's video is who Nicocado Avocado has designed his YouTube career to mimic. And it might not be to a T in every instance, but one thing's for sure, they'll probably have the same slow, sad demise. By the way.
And it's also like, the other thing is, like, the way I like to think of it is like when you watch a movie, right, and they said this movie is based off of true events. It's kind of the same vibe here, right? Nick, like, he doesn't completely copy Amberlynn Reid, but and they actually do a great job in this video of kind of showing it, but there are so many instances where Nick will almost say to a T the exact same thing that Amberlynn has said in a previous video, to where it's almost like, wow, there's a lot of instances here.
A little notice, this is not a hate video. Do not attack anyone mentioned. This is just a little funny journey, all right, guys? So strap in. The character of Nicocado Avocado is based on reality. Who is it based on? Amberlynn Reid. Who is this person? You wait, you're gonna find out. Nick has been using a lot of the things that Amber's done throughout their careers and kind of turn them on the head, throwing some shade, all right?
I need people to know that, like, mental things.
I'm sorry, but I've said this before, but crying in videos, bro, I just can't, because all I can think about is the fact of like, wow, I'm sad, I feel like I'm gonna cry. All right, real quick. All right, I'm feeling sad, okay, all right, record, okay. Let me record myself. Oh, I'm sad. I'm crying. Okay, now I'm done. And then I think this, like, oh, I'm so sad. And then literally right when the camera goes away, they're like this. All right, let me edit this video. I just can't. I can't do it. Every time, that's what I think. Maybe that makes me a terrible person that has no empathy, but that's all I can think about, because I know that if I were crying, the last thing I would want to do is put it on video.
It's scary, like
mentally, and yeah, it was just really scary. Mental things is scary.
Nick does not like Amber. He throws shade at Amber.
Her first name's Amber, but it has an H in the front, like hamburger. But
he's not ironically an entertaining guy when it comes to this kind of stuff. Nick's gotten after Amber for a load of things. Being a dietitian, for example.
Thank you, Amber. Thank you very much, my dietitian.
So the reason that I think this joke kind of came about was because a lot of a lot of, you know, hater nation, as they like to call themselves, they would joke around about Amber because she would act a lot of times like she knew all of the answers and she knew better than dietitians. She knew better than a bunch of other people. Actually, I've had conversations with Amber, and she does know a lot of the very basics of nutrition. She just doesn't really follow that stuff, but she does know. If you were to ask her about TDEE, if you were to ask her about calories in, calories out, she knows a lot of this stuff that other people don't. But that's kind of where the joke came along, and he kind of played into it, calling his dietitian Amber. Yeah, so.
Now runs my accounts. She is the one that's ordering these for me. Chip chop, chippy chop, girl. Thank you.
Being a liar. A pathological one, for that matter.
Do you like Amber? Who, my dietitian? No. Nope, nope, nope. Pathological liar.
Being able to take care of yourself on your own without needing caretakers.
Before she's having to, do a lot of things, look after a lot of people. Actually, the other way around. Okay. But now she's just an empty nester.
Having your dietitian block you.
Story time about my dietitian. So she blocked me.
You had a better dietitian, but that dietitian blocked you, so you had to go. You have to go to this new one.
Yeah.
Amber being the queen of moderation.
I do want you guys to know that I'm the queen of like moderation.
Okay, Amber, bless your heart, but like, what do you? Again, I believe that Amber is a troll to an extent. She's gone over that. But you have to know, if you're going to say that in a video, people are just going to meme that to eternity. And maybe she did know and it was calculated, which, if it was, more power to her. But if it wasn't, come on, bro. Like, of course people are going to make fun of that.
Ordering all that stuff, that's excessive. And, I'm the queen of moderation.
Amber wearing the wrong shoes.
I wore the wrong shoes. I'm wearing the totally wrong shoes and it hurts really bad.
I wore the wrong shoes, though. Ouch!
I'm wearing the wrong shoes and my feet hurt.
Let's do it again. Let's take off the shoes. I wore the wrong shoes for my weigh-in. Goodbye.
I'm wearing the wrong shoes. Jump.
Now, do not.
How are you wearing the wrong shoes in videos that many times until maybe just those shoes just don't buy them anymore? Also, props to the editor for finding every single instance of that, because I know that probably took forever, and more power to them.
I make fun of someone for the shoes that they choose to wear.
See the shoes? I see the money.
Not everyone can afford some lemon pepper steppers like me, all right, guys? And also, Nick pokes fun of the diet constantly changing.
I mean, maybe she changed the program on me. She's always changed the program. One day it's Octavia, one day it's Weight Watchers, one day it's counting calories and eating to your heart's content.
So today is day one. I'm back on Weight Watchers. And today is my first day on Optavia.
He's mimicked a lot of the stuff.
It's interesting seeing how often he actually does this in this video, right? Because, again, they've done a great job of putting it all together. But I didn't realize how much Nick would, quote-unquote, throw shade or just, use things Amber has done for himself. It's like to a point where you really can't say, oh, I don't do that. I don't make fun of Amber, or I don't use Amber's content to, switch it into my own, which in and of itself, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, it's pretty eye-opening how much he's actually done it. I didn't realize it was this much.
But also throw shade. It's an interesting dynamic. Nick has taken a lot of inspiration from Amber to perfect his online persona and grow into this massive multimedia conglomeration that he truly is. Massive, so big. I got DMs with him on Twitter, by the way. I love him. I'm a fan of him. I really want him to come over and do a mukbang. If we can get 50,000 likes on this video, I'll mukbang with Nicocado Avocado. And ironically enough...
Well, alrighty then. Yes, say less, We're halfway there, baby.
For a long time, Amberlynn thought of Nick as a friend.
What I want to talk to you guys about is Nicocado Avocado. Him and I would say, we were like friends, like online friends.
It feels dejected.
So this is something that is really interesting because, I even said it in the beginning of this video, right? Me and Caleb are friends. Like, in reality, we're not friends. Like, let's be real, right? We've talked to each other on Twitter. We've messaged each other here and there. That's about it, right? In real life, we're not friends. We are friendly, and I appreciate the content that he makes. But this is something that if you are not a content creator, I feel like people don't really understand, because if you say that you are friends with someone, a lot of people are like, oh, they're like close, they must talk all the time. And a lot of times content creators say we're friends, it's like, oh, yeah, we follow each other and we'll comment on each other's stuff, right? And that's probably what their relationship was like. And for some people, that feels like, oh, we're really close friends. And other people that, especially people like Nick, that his mind is so much on content. He's just like, okay, this is another content creator. Maybe we can make a video together. Maybe I can grow my channel using this. And that might be where his mind was. Where Amber was like, oh, we're close friends now, right?
He stabbed in the back that Nick uses Amber for content. That's just how Nick is. Me and him, great friends. He just is a little rude sometimes. It's just his part of his shtick, part of his character. He doesn't mean anything by it, Amber, don't worry. Amber made this wild, long video in which there was a claim that they didn't care about Nicocado Avocado.
I understand his brand is like troll city. Like, I enjoy his trolling.
But the whole video seems like Amber really does actually care.
At first, like, it genuinely hurt my feelings. I'm literally not gonna lie. My feelings were very hurt.
These people, Amberlynn Reid, Nicocado Avocado, and Foodie Beauty are the most entertaining sources of content on the internet. Acting all crazy and shit and starting drama. It's insane! I love it.
I mean, it's I know there's a lot of people, and if you go on like the forums where they talk about Amberlynn Reid, whether it's on Reddit or wherever, a lot of people are like, I would be horrified if someone found out that a main source of my entertainment is watching an overweight woman on YouTube, right? Like, there are people that, and there are some people that I'm sure would have zero care, and they're like, if people find out, I don't care at all. But it's like definitely one of those, it's like a dirty little secret. I feel like, especially more so for like Foodie Beauty and Amber. With Nick, it feels like a lot of people like his content and they're proud of that. But for some reason, and I don't know why, I don't have the answer here, it's like there's a lot more shame connected in enjoying watching Amber. You don't have to enjoy the content, but enjoying watching Amber or Foodie Beauty than there is Nick. I don't know. I think that's interesting.
Don't care when people troll about me. I don't care when people make fun of me per se.
Okay, well then I'm fine making this video. I'm not even doing any of that stuff. I'm like Bill Nye the Science Guy, but instead of doing shitty little experiments, I'm just looking at people on the internet. And after Amber addressed that Nick was making fun of her, 6 days later, she posts a video about outpatient appointments and weight loss updates. But then quickly devolves back into the mukbang, wherever the fuck, content. This is not funny to me, but it is hilarious. Okay, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but like if you're creating a joke, what makes something funny is just blatant, unabashed truth in a juxtaposition of two things, irony, whatever it may be. A laugh is an involuntary thing. I have to admit that this is a funny scene. A person who struggles with eating, making a video about struggling with eating whilst eating copious amounts of food.
I wanted my psychologist to know what I do on YouTube. I needed to know like what she thought of eating on camera. Like, is this gonna be bad for my recovery? Watching mukbangs is triggering for me. If I'm sitting at home watching a mukbang, it makes me want to binge.
Being honest and open.
I've talked about this so many times, but I mean, I think it's clear for the vast majority of people, if your goal is to lose weight, doing mukbangs on YouTube is a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. It just is. Because no one wants to watch you eat some watermelon or, you know, like a fruit bowl or a salad. Like, they don't want to watch it. So that it's not viable content for you. So the only way for it to be viable is for it to be, one, a lot of food, and two, probably food that's not super healthy for you. So if you are trying to lose weight, doing mukbangs, clearly not a good thing to do. The fact that I even have to say that is insane to me. It really is. But there are so many people that try to do it. Like, this is not one person doing it. There are multiple people that try to do it. It's like mind-boggling. Like, it really is to me.
About your eating disorder and then making a video in which you're making a mukbang. It seems like you don't actually care about the real situation. It seems like you don't really know what. It seems like you're just kind of making light of it a little bit. Like what I'm doing. I'm also making light of it. I completely admit that. But I don't fucking care, to be honest, at the end of the day. But I also don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I just kidding, guys. Nick, at least, has never claimed to be like a weight loss channel. It's all a big fugazi. It's a big act, right? He knows exactly what he's doing. Amber is legitimately struggling. Nick has embraced the notoriety, embraced the mukbang, embraced the drama. Amber cannot seem to commit to anything whatsoever. A weight loss channel, a mukbang channel, a DLC subject. Yes! Yes! It is not bad to be fat. It is not bad to be anything that you cannot control. Also, who has the best thumbnails? Nick or Amber? Vote below. Definitely.
Come on, Nick. I mean, it's not even close. It's literally not even close.
Nick for sure. And as another comparison, here's some of Nick's exciting content versus Amber's exciting content. Crying, screaming. Nicocado Avocado wants shit in his chair.
I pooped. I literally pooped, you guys. Oh my god, I pooped! I pooped myself.
Nick is so entertaining. It's crazy. It's sad to see him killing himself like this. Honey, you shouldn't become morbidly obese to make money. I feel like it's not really that good for you. Yeah. Nonetheless, it's worked great for Nick. Amber, on the other hand, just don't get it. She's looking up. She's activating the visualization part of her brain. That's what that means. Whenever you look up and you're thinking, that's visualization. This is auditory, right? And then this is emotional.
Wait. How's everyone doing? Y'all, behind the scenes, I'm trying to really do some stuff. You'll see. If it falls through, you'll see.
Wow. What compelling content that is. I'm not saying Nick's any better, really, but he's a lot more entertaining. He's just taking like all the perfect parts from Amber.
Big? Are you calling me big?
Big?
So the biggest, I think one of the biggest differences between the two is that like Amber is trying to live a quote unquote normal life and trying to make that interesting for YouTube. And, you know, spoiler alert, it's not, and it never will be. That's why vlogging is not something I want to do, because my life is really boring. So if I made vlogs, they would look like Amberlynn Reid's vlogs. I'd say, hey guys, I'm eating a sandwich again. Gonna go to the office for a few hours. Okay, bye. Like, that's boring, right? Nick is trying to make interesting YouTube videos, and he is just so happening to show his quote-unquote life in them. It's two very different things. One person is trying to live like a normal life. I mean, as normal as it can be, trying to make that interesting for YouTube. The other person is wanting to make interesting, like crazy content and make it seem like it's their everyday life. Two very different things. I hope that I can explain that. I hope that I explained that well, but that's one of the biggest differences between the two and their content.
Big? Big? You're calling me big?
And then incorporating them into his character.
I really do it because of my heel spur.
I have a heel spur. Everyone under the age of 35, line up, soldier, soldier. Here we go into the helicopters. Boom, boom, boom. I will say I have bone spurs. I have a heel spur.
This is where things really get similar. Clickbaiting illnesses. I don't find this very funny. Nick, on many occasions, has said, I might have cancer, or I have a heart attack. Come on, bro. What are you doing, dude?
I agree. It's too far. Like, again, Nick, I get it's a character and stuff, but I really think it's too far. All I think of is, like, I would never want to invite that bad karma, bad juju, that it's just, like, I'm not a super, like, you know, like, ethereal, like, oh, the universe type of person, but, dog, clickbaiting illnesses is something that I would not do because I feel like that's just too far, man.
Dude. Amber has also done the same thing.
But yeah, I am sick, currently on antibiotics. Today's day 3 of me having cellulitis.
As inflammation of cellulite.
Didn't want to share it, but it's like, you know what? You guys want me to be more...
I think everyone wants to see you happy and follow through with something. That's what I think. I think making videos is like a form of accountability in a strange way, especially when you're being honest on your content. Huge cancer update. I can't imagine clickbaiting cancer. That's so insane. I believe people when they say I've got cancer or I'm worried about having cancer. I believe them. But there's people, truthers on the internet that believe that she's lying about everything. I don't. I feel bad, but she's still clickbaiting it regardless, which is wrong. There was a time in which Amber was mentioning in videos that they had cancer. Amber provided no proof, lost a bunch of fans, got a bunch of hate. Then Amber came out stating that she did in fact have cancer, but people didn't believe her because Amberlynn Reid is a proven liar.
I used to walk to the bathroom, which was, I want to see, it's about 5 feet away from.
I believe that she did have cancer. I mean, there's different levels and different intensities. I mean, I don't know. I choose to believe that. Again, it doesn't change really anything. And this is why, again, like he's stating here, is she has been proven to be a liar, not just like once or twice or 5 times. Like the amount of times is astonishing, honestly. And so I understand why people wouldn't believe that. I just choose to believe it. If you want to call me naive for that, that's fine. I get it, right? Like, I maybe don't even necessarily disagree with you, but I do understand why people don't believe, because, I mean, he's going to prove it here, but there are so many other instances of her just lying for, like, seemingly no reason.
From my room, and by the time I was sitting down to pee, I can walk for 15 minutes outside and not even breathe like that.
The boy who cry wolf and eat the mukbang. The fact that people struggle to believe her when she says she has cancer shows you how fragile the trust is between the audience and the creator in this situation. As far as I'm aware, Amber did get treatment for her cancer. I genuinely do hope the best for Amberlynn Reid. So you guys know, okay? And you should as well, because we're good people. The mukbang community feeds off each other. It's like a big whirling cesspit of dumb ideas and sadness. And in my opinion, the biggest crossover between Amberlynn and Nick is the "it's your fault" dynamic.
So I have officially taken a pause on outpatient. I know that my decisions and the way that I live my life reflects on the way that you guys treat me. It is something I have very much noticed. I am expecting a lot of backlash, a lot of hate.
It's my fault? It's my fault? Another thing that Amber does is this weird diet obsession, trying all these new diets, trying so many new diets, the Octavia, the vegetarian diet, the keto diet, MyFitnessPal, which I'm not even sure is a fucking diet. I think that's an app. Jenny Craig.
It's like, when it comes to the diets, I think part of it is because it's there's videos literally about the Amberlynn Reid cycle, but it's like she knows that, one, I think genuinely there is a hope that I will lose weight on a new diet. I genuinely believe that she feels that way. Like, I really do, right? But then there's also this thing in the back of her head, knowing that if she claims that she is going to start a new diet, that does mean more views on the videos. That does mean more eyes. People are interested in that, because regardless of if you're a hater or you're someone that genuinely watches her videos because you want her to do well, when you see the start of a new diet, there's hope. Whether that's hope because you think she's going to lose weight and you're excited, or you're hopeful because you know that this means more content for you to laugh at, and that's why you're watching, right? There's just more eyes on that content. So that, I think that's a genuine reason why there's a start of so many diets. It's like, genuinely she believes that she can lose the weight, and that, you know, maybe this diet is the thing. On top of, also, if I start this, I'll get more views and make more money. So it's a win-win, really.
Old bitch, she's still alive?
So for my first meal, I'm having a sandwich with a serving of hot Cheetos. This is 12 points.
Who cares how many points it is? The hot Cheetos, that's not healthy. If you have to pay money to someone to tell you to eat less and to eat right, you should probably expand your consciousness. My acquaintance, I would like to consider a friend, Obese to Beast, has tried helping Amberlynn Reid many times.
Obese to Beast made another video talking about mixing weight loss with Mukbangs. I messaged him and just been like, why couldn't you tell me, like, in a message?
Did I make a video instead of messaging her? And I completely understand that criticism. Look at that handsome guy. Wow. I tried to DM you. I have tried to give you help. I've tried to do that in private. Every time I would try and help, she always wanted to make it a public thing. She always wanted to tell everyone.
This dude's awesome, by the way. You guys should go subscribe to him. Incredible story, good orator. But I think he would probably agree that simplicity is generally the best route. You know, kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. He's tried helping her a lot. She ignores it. They just start shit. Drama. I'm assuming she'll probably see this, make a video about it. I don't know.
So when that was all going on, I remember I messaged Amber like many years ago, and we kind of started talking, and she went on to say, hey, I'd love to, and I remember I told her, I was like, you don't have to make a video about this. You don't have to tell anybody that I'm helping you. Like, and I genuinely meant that, because I was like, this is before I knew much about her, but I was like, okay, like, it seems like she's someone that wants to lose weight. Let me try and help. So I messaged her, and she was like, oh, like, I want to talk about this on a video, because I've actually watched a lot of your videos, and like, I'm really excited. And I was like, okay. And, you know, we worked together for a very short amount of time. I explained to her all about TDEE and all of the things that I talk about in so many of my videos. Again, like I said, she knew a lot of the stuff, right? So she knows a lot of this stuff, and it didn't work out, right? And then it got a little weird, and then I was like, okay, like, I'm just going to make the video, because no matter what I tell her, she's going to put it out there anyways, right? And this is when I was talking about, which I already talked about earlier, but I was like, dude, if you're going to try and lose weight, doing a mukbang is not a good idea, right? I don't think that that's a crazy big brain idea, right? It's like a very simple, like, yeah, trying to lose weight, eating thousands of calories in front of a camera, probably not a good idea, right? So that's kind of what that was all about.
A few reaction channels that I watch now. Whenever I'm just talking about something in my normal life that isn't anything to do with my weight or anything to do with food, it's almost as if I bore them. And you're only trying to get the tea, which usually the tea is, how much does Amberlynn weigh? What diet is she currently on?
I mean, this is true, and this is stuff that I brought up. Like, I think that there's nothing wrong to reacting to content or, you know, sharing your thoughts on stuff. It's literally what I'm doing here. But sometimes I do think certain people and certain channels have taken it too far, to where it's like, oh, she took this step like this, and like, why would you do that? And it's just like, dude, okay, come on, you know, chill out a little bit. You are micromanaging to a point where it's almost like I'm more annoyed with you than I am with the person that you're talking about. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but that's how I feel.
And what is she eating?
That's the tea. Missy, I'm not trying to get the tea. I'm trying to get the piss. Okay? I'm trying to get the piss. And I have to agree with those other reaction channels. I don't know who they are, but your videos, very boring. Obviously, a lot of people do like you and want to watch it all come crashing down. Also, in the start of Amberlynn's channel, which began as a weight loss channel, Amberlynn doubled in size during the initial time, which is not, it's the weight loss. Is that right? In my opinion, in the title of this video, the topic of this video, Nick is at the very tippity top of the big fat mountain, all right? How'd he get there? By taking a few pages from Amberlynn's book. And Foodie Beauty. I mean, realistically, they all have so many things in common, and the only one of them that is purely self-aware is Nick.
And that's the video. And I mean, I agree for the most part on what he said, and I think it is really interesting. And like I said, I think the most interesting part of this video was how he was able to put all that stuff together and make it so like obvious that Nick is doing that or was doing that, or, you know, and again, there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but it's just interesting to see those two things together. I've said this many times in the past, but I think Nick, for the most part, everything that he is doing on YouTube is an act. Everything is like for a reason. It's all staged. It's all fake. It's all, you know, an act. It's like a WWE show, right? Amberlynn, on the other hand, a lot of what she does is very real, and she's being her genuine self for the most part. She does lie a lot, and she does not tell the truth, and all of those things, but a lot of like her intentions and her like it's not a completely fake persona, right? Amberlynn is Amberlynn, and the flaws and all, but it is who she is for the most part, right? No one is exactly who they are in real life as they are on YouTube. Like, everyone's a little bit different, in my opinion. So it's obviously not exactly the same, but Nick is like it's a built persona that is nothing like what he really is in real life, and Amberlynn, it's a lot closer. But again, those are just my thoughts. I thought this was a fantastic video. If you haven't seen it for whatever reason, there'll be a link in the description. You can watch the whole thing. Make sure you get it to 50,000 likes so we can see that mukbang with them together. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have anything that you want to say, of course, leave a comment down in the comment section. And I'll see you next time. Peace.